Welcome to Video 10 in Respect Your Elders. This series is intended to help player-unknown players get to the top 10 more often and win rounds. Please check out all the other videos in the series. They're going to go over a lot that I'm not going to go over here. The videos kind of proceed in a stepwise fashion. This video is going to talk about several things. One is going to be map positioning choice. Another is going to be having discipline later in the map with stealth. And then I'm going to throw some advanced tactics in here for you guys. In previous videos, I talk about being very quiet while you're looting. This pays off in a big way right here, as I hear someone off the drop coming into my house who hands me a kill for free. After I've finished looting up, I don't have much in the way of a kit. I need to move. I decide to move into the center of a circle, into the edge of Rozhok, which is highly populated. So it's going to be very important for me to be very quiet if I can survive the car trip in. When I do get here, there is lots going on. I can hear lots of gun battles, but I still have to get a kit going. So I'm moving from house to house, looting very quietly. Something about this situation right here, I know I'm showing some seriously boring footage of me creeping around, but this is important. No matter what you're doing, try and maintain your stealth. I survived right here because of this. I'd made so little noise that a guy standing on the balcony did not hear me the entire time I was in the house looting, even though I didn't know he was here. Finally do hear him and crawl towards the window. Because I'm crawling, he really has almost no idea where I am. Another thing worth mentioning. People like to poo-poo the Uzi. Don't poo-poo the Uzi, especially with a stock and attachments. The Uzi is really good at point-blank range. In fact, it's more forgiving than the double-barrel shotgun, which is also a great weapon. But if I've got full attachments, I'll take the Uzi. You can notice I maintain my stealth discipline despite having to move up to these houses at just turtle speed here. But, like I talked about in my previous video, when you hear two people fighting, if you are in position to get in there at them, it's a great time to move in. Now, I know you heard me open that door, and you're thinking probably, well, when you heard the door, why would you not, get up and now go at him? Because he can't hear my footsteps. And that delay of me coming in the house, he doesn't know quite where I am. He's left wondering, am I coming in this side? Did I just open the door? What's going on here? Did I say don't poo-poo the Uzi? I think I said that already. If you notice here, I'm preparing for Endgame. I'm trying to decide which scope I want on my primary weapon, Scar, and making sure I've got everything set up. Staying right on the edge of the zone at the end of the game is... There's pros and cons to being on the edge versus being in the center. Being in the center is great because you don't have to move. But if the cover is bad, it's actually can be a really horrible position to be in. If you have to move, you prefer to be on the edge. Even though most of the time at the end of the circle, most people are going to be on the edge. In another video, I talked about moving orthogonal to circle. I don't have a lot of option to do that here, but I do try and do it somewhat. You see me swing out to the north here, around the wall. I'm running from cover to cover, and I am staying pretty quiet. I notice the field is pretty big here, so I put this 4x scope back on. I had the 2x scope because I expected closer contact, but now I can see that it's going to be a longer distance contact. And I run around the edge, again, this orthogonal kind of push, so I flank up on people rather than running up in front of them since I'm moving a little early here. Not shooting early, having trigger discipline is good. I know this guy's here, I saw him a minute ago, but I'm going to wait till I have an easy kill on him because he hasn't seen me yet. And now I'm pushing into better cover. I'm in a better situation here, even though the circle's about to shove me right into the middle here. Now I've been watching this guy on the left since I saw that car over there, not firing, but I can't let him get to that tree. If he gets to that tree, I'm dead. So I'm forced to fire in that situation, even though he hadn't seen me. Here we switch to some endgame stuff. I heard that battle on my right. I know there's a guy off to my right. In the video where we're spotting, my eyes are going from cover to cover to cover to cover first, and then I go from bush to bush to bush. And right here, I see, oh, that's got to be a guy in that bush. It's sort of a blind shot, but it's definitely him, and he's definitely dead. I have a high level of certainty that the last player is on my left. Also, the high ground is on my left. So we're going to swing around, see if we can't find this guy. It's got good cover coming up to it. You see, I drop back to the 2x scope here because we're going into closer combat. Make sure you're juiced up when you get the opportunity late in the game. Using the high ground, I'm able to spot this guy. He's right there. I'm moving to this tree cover. He gets a couple shots off. I get a couple shots off. And here's where it gets interesting. Slowing the video down. I'm going to use a tactic here called fire and displace. This is a little more advanced because you can't just blindly fire and displace. Fire and displace only works if you can move without being seen. If you're in cover and your enemy knows you're there and you run out of cover, you're going to get shot. But if you can get away from your cover unseen and move to another location, you can flank the enemy. You know, you've just taken away part of their advantage where they already know where you are. And that's what I'm going to try and do here, is take away this guy's advantage. So I start throwing grenades. Maybe I get a kill, but more likely, since he's just been hit twice, he's probably trying to heal. So he's probably not moving, and maybe one of these grenades, if it doesn't kill him, it'll hurt him and force him to stay behind the tree. What I'm trying to do is pin this player where he is and keep him from moving. And as soon as my grenades are off, I try and get below the level of the hill where he can't see me and swoop 90 degrees out to his left side, my right. This works fantastically. He's still looking up at where I was on the tree. He had no idea I moved off. Did I say don't diss the Uzi? I think I said don't diss the Uzi. Thank you for watching. I've got a lot of footage to go through, a lot of videos to make, and a lot more advanced tactics to go through.